was done by the team of Pro Esport Cambodia versus the team of Evil Singapore. So we're gonna say goodbye to them already. But for now, we're gonna go straight away into the drafting phase of our last series, round number 1. It's gonna be Valhalla versus the team of JP Niners. Now Valhalla will get the first pick, and because the fact that they had to be pushed with the fact that most of our Holy Trinity BAMs already been done, Jushin, Chip, Fanny is out, Eves as well as Hilda and Smolkos is also out. So Valhalla as the first pick definitely have to choose to use Suyo or not, and they definitely pick him up. But as a response to the side of Valhalla, JP Niners decided to pick up Cho. Really good idea. I mean, with the Waves of Dragon, no matter how it is, you'll be able to do some damage. You can be able to do some of the disturbance to the side of Suyo. So there's a definitely good decision making. Not only that, with the combo of Angela as well, this could be a good potential coming in from JP Niners. But then Valhalla responded with having Matilda as well as Phobius. Now, not only you have so much of a really good damage as well as mobility wise, now Valhalla responded to JP Niners that they can actually control any team fights or even individual fight in their own hands. But JP Niners, they will respond with joy in their hands. Now, looking on the side of the ban, since JP Niners banned out Vexana, this is where they want to make sure they want to control that AoE. They want to have more at least engagement on the individual fights, or even having joy in the front side or even at the back line to give so much pressure so that they can have that damage burst on their side, as well as taking out Valentina as well. This is a good composition coming on for JP Niners. But then Valhalla also denying of Hylos as well as Gatot Kaca. This is where JP Niners, they're gonna be out a little bit on the pool for their own EXP. But then again, they are picking up Harris. So really good decision making coming for JP Niners. But now it's left to Valhalla. How are they gonna actually try to contest it out here on out for the last two heroes? I know that I feel like I can hear sound of Sadafa somewhere. I think Sadafa will probably say Valhalla so far right now. I do like their choices in the make, but oh wow, we've talked about this coming into the patch notes. Brody is one of the heroes that has already been buffed, and somehow previously on day number 3 during the first series of the patch notes itself, not many zeros or not many players is able to play Brody's at its true form. But as we saw Pro Esports show, Super Red was able to get an MVP and able to take down so much of a potential of Evil Singapore into that second series. Can Valhalla do the same? Picking up Brody here as well as Aurora, and now JP Niners is left with one more heroes, and they picked up Alet for the final slash. I mean, looking on the side of JP Niners, right, I do feel that they have a potential. They might be able to do a little bit of the picking, a little bit of those slow down tempo coming in from the side of Valhalla. But then again, this is going to be tricky though, because on the side of Valhalla, there's so much damage to be put out. I mean, even Brody's side is going to be taking a little bit of time. Yes, it will take a little bit of time for them to have a control on those Brody. But then again, maybe in the mid game, this is where the fine line of we can see that Valhalla be able to trample. I mean, talking about Brody, right? Torn apart memory, the last ulti that would can give so much pressure, dealing 300 of physical damage to an enemy, could potentially be able to boost out so much of Team Valhalla on those team fights, and hopefully that could be the case. On my side right now, I don't know, maybe we can actually try to see what's gonna be like. For me, I do love JP Niners because I'm pretty much from Malaysian, but in the drafting wise, I think I will be much more in the favor of Valhalla Cambodia. So let's see if JP Niners will be able to perform well into this last series, round number 1. This is it, guys. JP Niners Malaysia versus a team of Valhalla Cambodia. I'm still hoping that Stafa will be able to join me and be able to have a moment in time to catch up with me though. That Stafa, are you there? I think Stafa is there though. Stafa, yay, you're back. Where did you go? What happened? Did Brody took you over? I think I'm losing you a little bit. I hope so too, man. I really hope so too.
This
But
game
you're
works by
back.
internet,
So you
dude.
saw the drafting wise. What are your thoughts on this? Oh my god.
My internet completely died. Well, from here, JP9ers actually have a pretty interesting lineup, but it is very difficult to execute because they're basically operating off of sturdy frontline tank anyway. And you're dealing with a team like Valhalla, a lot of mobility, aim damage, and control with a Matilda, Suyo, and a Brody. Niners are traditionally a bit
Oh,
more of
that's
a
very true.
mid to
And the
late
fact that now
lineup.
we are seeing
Valhalla,
so much
similar
aggression
esports,
to be
likes to
put
play a
out
little bit
already by
more for
Valhalla.
early, but
They're
it's
already taking the first turtle as well because those are the fine lines. They were trying to go in for the scream at the mid lane and they push out every single attempt of JP9ers and they were almost down by 1 HP on their lifeline. And that is the reason why they ended up had to go away and give that leeway to Team Valhalla. I can still hear Staffa though on the side, but I think that there's a possibility that here inside the game I lost him again. Again, I think that Brody took him away. Staffa, please come back. Brody, give me back my caster partner. But anyway, on the side of right now, so far, JP9ers did manage to neutralize just a little bit of those aggression or even the disturbance that was done by Team Valhalla. But for a while, it's not going to be risky. But here on out, Rusty, a little bit over session, trying to go in for the ways of Dragon. But then again, at what cost? He ended up sacrificing himself. But at the same time, right here, they're going to go in for the implosion as Yetri able to take down one player. But then again, all the extension, all the resources that was already been utilized ended up trading 2 life for just one player. Double kill coming in from Panha himself. And this is already a big win from the team of Valhalla. I mean, talking about how it was so late on the side of Razi to try to go in for the Wizard Dragon. He overextended. He didn't manage to pick up the right time, and he was still in the turret of the enemy. That's the reason why JP9ers is in a nick. But Zion Force been used, slow things down for the side of Mod 100. Farhat managed to pull away, but at the same time, right here, pushing the side of Secret and Year 3 be able to neutralize the situation here for Team Valhalla. Risky move, but then again, at least for now, JP9ers have a time to breathe. I'm still holding on to wonder or not Staffa will still be here. Is Staffa still there? I hope Staffa will still be joining me for this round number 1. I can't hear his voice just yet, but hopefully he will say hello in the midst time. Now, second turtle has already been spawned out, and they're gonna try to contest it. It seems that Zach Cutie overlooking Razi try to find a backline that he can actually pull out. It's gonna be VAL is the one that he's gonna go in for the sick. But at the same time, Arya pushing it straight to Arya at the moment right now. They try to go in for a fight, but it's not gonna be easy. As here right now, VAL high in the bush right now, try to go in for a fight, but it's gonna be Zakuri to get the kill. And Panha trying to push away Zach Cutie for the trade off. And it's a great fight coming in from JP9ers, but it's still not going to be enough with 400 of those goals still in the hands of Valhalla to lead, and the turtle still open to be taken out. Valhalla looking better than ever, even though they've taken out one after another. So let's see. Here on out, we do see Razi just gonna try to back things up. Max, a little bit of the overextension into the turtle wise, looking for a way to mess things up for Valhalla. But at the same time, Valhalla gonna let Panha get away with the second turtle. So Team JP9ers, unfortunately, despite the fact that they want to contest it out, it's still in the favor of Valhalla for this round number 1. Second turtle is already in, making more of disparity in their level between Valhalla as well as JP9ers. But Staffa, are you there? Are you back? Staffa, I know you're there. Yoo-hoo. I feel like Staffa is about to join us again. I think that he finally was already been released from the grasp of Land of Dawn. But Then again, I still can't hear his voice though. So I hope that he will say anything right now. I'm not sure. Stafa, are you there? Yeah, I'm not getting any signals. Stafa, where are you? But anyway, we're coming back into the game itself as we see Max a little bit too low on this tension, but at the same time, right here, Yetri comes in, going to push into Pana. That's a good trace off coming in from the side of JP Nandas, but at the same time, at what cost? We already see that the mid lane is already pushing in, right? Straight away, Razi doesn't spot the one, but he goes in for the Waves of Dragon. Yetri pushing in, but Ari managed to take down Lolia first and takes down Razi in the midst, and triple kill, but Yetri managed to take down Mob 100. That's a move coming in from the side of Team Array as well as Valhalla pushing into the team of JP Niners. I can hear the sound of Staffa though, but it's not clear. Let's hope for the best that his internet will not jeopardize him and sabotage him even more longer, because I need my partner here. I need him to accompany me into this JP Niners versus Valhalla fight. And as we see right now, even though there's a little back and forth coming in between the team of Valhalla versus Japinas. But here, Lolia pushing it. It's going to be 2v1 situation. Panha right in the midst of it. I like the fact that JP Niners, they know that they need to disrupt every movement coming in from Panha. And that is the crucial point of them, to deny any movement and the resources. But at the same time, JP Niners, they're going to try to go in for the scrimmage right at the mid lane. And it's going to give the opening here for Max to get the turtle. But Secret and Ari gets the info, and now they're gonna try to contest it out. Can they steal it away? But Max managed to get the turtle before it was stolen. But at what cost here? Year 3 try to survive it out, and Max try to survive at the moment right now. They had to move away, and Razi also managed to actually scare away, and Year 3 also barely coming out alive from that scrimmage. But it's already a win from the side of JB Niners. At least they managed to tie up the resources, the currency in both of the level between Valhalla as well as JP Niners. Dafa, are you there? Are you there? Yay! You're finally here!
Oh my goodness, I have been through something, but not nearly as much as these players, I am sure.
Oh, I mean, it's crazy where we see Valhalla and JP Niners neck and neck at the moment right now with their own currency, also with the gameplay. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Tafa?
Looking at the current situation, we can see that the gold state is about even. The kills are about even as well. We did already mention earlier on that JP9 their lineup is a little bit more difficult to execute overall, so you can see that they are having a bit of difficulty in that regard. And while they do have some presence in terms of late game scaling with Harif and Joy, I actually think Valhalla just overall have more utility once you get into that stage of the game. So that's what I'm a little bit worried about as the game prolongs. Like Niners, they're not really in a state to properly fight just yet, but the longer they wait, the more comfortable Valhalla is also going to get.
Agree, definitely. And looking on Panha as well as Max, right? We got the two junglers already neck and neck with the same level. But the attempts coming in from Lolia to make sure that Panha will not be able to get the resources or even cutting him out from his movement. Those are the crucial ideas that is coming in from JP Nanes. And I like that. It's risky, but at least it helped them out just a little bit. But here on out, Lord has already been spawned. Let's see what can be done.
Yeah, having a good positioning is going to be important here. Unfortunately, because of the fact that they are setting up the ant with a little bit Rasi and yeah, 3, you're able to find those solid setups in order to get things started. However, having his acuity on this does mean that JP9 is able to play a little bit more for macro, having the Angela split push on the opposite side of the map, since they know that he can rejoin a big team fight with the Heart Guard whenever it is necessary. Positioning though, they gotta keep an eye on hide on push. This Aurora could completely stifle a rush.
But here on out, Hailstorms comes through. Razy doesn't get the Waves of Dragon, but he did pull out. He managed to take down Panha immediately with the help of Lolia. But at the same time, right here, Val managed to steal away the Lord. No, Valhalla kills it all. Even though they win those fights, they ended up giving the opportunity of the Lord in the hands of Valhalla. But here on out, it doesn't even matter. The win fight still goes out to JP Niners. They managed to clear out 4 of the players of Team Valhalla, and Hide on Bush was only managed to maintain at least the wave that coming into the favor of JP Niners.
Yeah, being able to take that fight is going to be a lot more valuable for the Niners than getting the Lord, because it is only the first one of the game, so it's not too much of an issue. We can see Lolil on his own already being able to clear up most of it. If they were able to get it with the team fight win as well, probably would have been able to get 1 or 2 of these tier 2s, but that is absolutely fine. Really nice identification of opportunity there, especially from year 3. Once the fight was already going and Valhalla was in position to try and go for the front and back, he flickered into the back line, got the final slash, pushed them all together, and that is exactly the setup that the JP Niners lineup want to play for, because they're very, very burst based. They really don't have a lot of consistent damage compared to Valhalla. So if they're able to group up the entirety of the enemy team at once, that is going to be their win condition.
That is a great note to be thinking about here. Coming into the 12 minutes of the game, JP Niners, this is where the fine line finally they might be able to do a good team fight with Valhalla, because this is their peak point. They'll be able to buff out, they'll be able to get the resources they needed, the itemization that we put out. But the question is, they need to be wary of who they wanted to pick out, because we do see Razi be able to pick up Panha immediately with the Ways of Dragon, and it gives a good opening for team from JP Niners to shut down the attempt of Valhalla. But here on out, right at the top, can see as the RA as well as Panha sticking together. As we have Mags will be covered as well by ZQD. They're not going to allow it, as Lord is going to be spawning at 49 seconds on the clock. It's crucial to see how they're going to actually try to go in for team fights, or they will try to go in for contestation.
Overall, Valhalla does have the more typical front-to-back lineup, so on paper, their composition is a little bit easier to play overall. Like we mentioned, Niners kind of have a pretty hard lineup to play because of how they have to position, and a lot of their heroes are pretty high mechanic-wise without having a lot of bulk as a safety net if something goes wrong. Because of this, Valhalla just need to take fights actually a little bit more slowly. They have more poke. I think they have more resources overall in terms of HP, especially if they can bait out a big ultimates from the JP Niners and make a timing where they don't have all of their damage available. That is probably going to be an opening that they can use to get themselves a desperately needed advantage.
And that's going to be a case here to see if they can actually do so. We do see right now Ari as well as Hyde on the bush is overlooking to the Lord. They're already contesting it out. They're going to see whether they want to actually go in for the contest. Loliel doing some damage as much as going in for the half line, but then they saw Panha spotted out a really good discipline coming in, and Razi is already trying to go in for the Ways of Dragon. If he can pick up Panha just like they did before, it might be a good success coming in from JP Niners. But then again, here on out, Loliel looking for an opportunity. I think Max is going to go in for the push on the last of the hits, but Zaman Force comes in. It doesn't hit anyone, but Panha managed to steal away the Lord in the hands of Valhalla, and they're going in for the push. Baha didn't manage to go in, and at this moment right now, Crucial going in for the Hailstorm, but at the same time, doesn't get anyone in the process. Razi is the only one as the only casualty coming in, but Yetri managed to move away as quickly as possible with the flicker, but it doesn't allow anything by Mob 100 to take him down, and leaving only 3 players left to survive it out here by the team of JP Niners.
That's the momentum that Valhalla has been looking for. Mac comes in from behind though.
Whoa, Zaman Force come through, managed to connect the dot and slow down the 3 players, but did manage to take down 2 players before Loliel gets that double kill. Now Max, having a really good casualty on the side, takes down Mob 100 as well as Secret, but this is it. This is the enhanced lot. Is it gonna be enough though, as JP Niners did manage to make a little bit of neutralization in their process? It's still not gonna be easy. Lifeline still depleting at the moment right now.
JP Niners just need to hit too many conditions. They need too many things to go right for this lineup to be able to win out, especially in these later game 5v5s. Again, as long as Valhalla keeps calm and they keep a proper view of the situation, they should win almost every single fight. And that's exactly what happened during the Lord. Niners actually got a pretty good setup with the initial kick from Rasi, but they weren't really ready I think Max actually needed a few more seconds to have his skill 2 back off of cooldown, and because of that, he couldn't actually go in on the Zaman Force or the setup from Rasi and Tree, and that created this really, really awkward timing for the JP Niners. Whereas Valhalla, they will basically have damage available all the time with heroes like Suyo and Brody around. JP Niners have a really, really difficult challenge ahead of them. I'm not a big fan of the limitations of this draft.
Let's see. The waves are coming in. They're already clearing out mid. They're already clearing out the bottom as well. And somehow, Team JP Nanas, they know time is ticking and crucial. And we do see that at least right at the top, there is a wave that will be trying to clear out at the top lane for the side of Valhalla. And maybe that could be a requirement or maybe a status that needed to the side of JP Nanas to finish it off. But here on out, they spotted out Zack Cutie. Zack Cutie is right in the open. Mob Hunter takes down Zack Cutie immediately. And there's going to be a fight to the turn. Max, unfortunately, was taken out. And in the process, Razi tried to go in for the waves of Dragon, but doesn't manage to pull anyone. He was a little bit of overextension in the end. Right here, scattered all over around the map to survive and to deny Valhalla to punish for their mistake.
I think at this point, the Niners have to just kind of admit they are not going to be winning 5v5 at all. I think you have to start sacrificing bodies things at the wall. Maybe go for macro play, because Valhalla, it's just too strong as right now.
They're too strong. Even try to go in for the pull right here. Razi trying to find a way, but Mobaharden takes down the Lord. And here on out, Razi a little bit too close, and he will be taken out immediately. Zababon been put out, but it's not going to catch anyone as Team Valhalla managed to skirt away. Now Are right in the midst right here. Lord trying to go in for the fight. It's going to be a slain here, but Panha on this side right here meeting up with Max. Can they actually pull through? No, they're going to actually try and survive with that. No, Panha managed to skirt away with Secret and Team JP, but they're not allowing it. They're going to go in for a push and manage to take down Secret as well. Now the Lord is marching in, but it doesn't mean anything as JP Minus managed to actually take down the 4 players. But Panha, all alone, will be clear out, and he's going to actually have the mortality, but it's not going to do anything as they will be able to shut him down for good. And with just 1 minute in their hands, Team JP Niners pulls this win in their own way.
I cannot get over the irony of the fact literally just said that the